on Twitch. We're live on different social media platforms. And of course, on IOB Autopilot. Worldwide media platforms. I want you to understand that we are forging ahead and we are making progress. I want you to understand that our code is water, water. I want you to understand that the Nigeria government is feeling the pressure of the new liberation movement of Biafra. I want you to understand that we are not backing down, not even an inch. I want you to understand that we are resolute. I want you to understand that those who change their principles are not fit to lead a nation. Not just a nation, they are not fit to lead any movement. Anybody that changes his principle is not fit to lead a nation. This movement of liberation of Biafra is more than leading a nation. You must be very principled. You must be very resolute. You must always stand on the principle and don't change depending on who you meet and who you talk to. Is a word from a great man who have liberated Africa to some extent. In the name of Madiba, the great Mandela. And I want to borrow from Mandela today. And I want you to check yourself. I want you to check those who have deceived you for many years. I want you to check the criminals who surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to check those who make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to shout and cry on Radio Biafra for 100 men. I want you to check those who made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to ask you to delete Radio Biafra on your phone. I want you to remember that those who made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to warn you out what is to come in 2 weeks' time are not fit to be part of a movement like this. Those who will say something and do the other, they are not fit to be part of this movement. I want you to understand that we have succeeded. That is why you are hearing water, water. That is why everywhere is on fire. And we have not even started because the water, water have not started. We are warming up. You are not hearing anything. And did you hear anything? The answer is no. But the people we are dealing with knows what is going on. The people we are dealing with knows what is going on. As you see them crying and shouting and begging for Nigeria government to give Biafra, allow Biafra to go. You don't know what is going on. You don't know. But you know, by next year, it will no longer be a hidden news. Next year, before next year, the news will no longer be a hidden news. The water will be open. By next year. I want you to understand that what we have come to do this evening is to tell you the reason we are leaving Nigeria. We are going to leave Nigeria either in peace or through a guerrilla warfare. And what we are going to do is our right to life. Our right to existence is under serious threat. I want you to understand that from the Mandela's principles of who's supposed to be a leader of a nation, you have found out that all the people that parade themselves as leaders from Biafra land are all failures. That is why we don't regard them. Because There are the people that jump from one principle to another principle. There are the people that change like chameleon. When they go to APC, if APC doesn't favor them, they jump to PDP. When they jump to PDP with a different agenda, if the PDP does not favor them, they jump to Labour Party. When they jump to Labour Party with another agenda of a Labour Party, and if it does not favor them, they will jump to APGA. These are not people that should lead a nation. These are not quality of people that you say you want them to lead a nation. So I ask you today, those near youth, especially the Biafra, ignorant Biafra miscreant, supporting Obi, do you believe in Mandela? And do you believe that Mandela, for 27 good years, suffered to liberate the people of South Africa? Mandela is telling you a life experience. He's a man who many people have learned something from. He's a man, well-respected man, well-principled man, a man that have made history that you and I emulate or try to emulate today. Listen to Mandela.
For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
That's what you follow to today. That is what the people you call politicians, your hope are on the people whom, according to Mandela, are not the kind of people that will lead the nation. That is why Nigeria has collapsed. That is why Nigeria has fallen into the hand of terrorists today. I want you to look around yourself. Look around those who are leading the so-called Nigeria. Does any of them meet the quality what Mandela said? Do you see any of the people ruling Nigeria today that met the quality of anybody that can rule a nation? The answer is no. That's why the country has collapsed. And when you are ignorant youth shouting Peter Obi will not even get 1%. You know, if you want Peter Obi scale of principled people, people who are consistent, people who say A and they stand on that A, irrespective of what is going on. It will be failed. Oh, that to Peter Obi. Peter Obi failed. He couldn't handle Africa. Ordinary Africa, he couldn't handle. Even the Labour Party, he is having crisis. In the Labour Party, they are going to kick him out very soon. You don't know that there is a crisis in the Labour Party? Are you not aware? Are you not aware that there are crises in the Labour Party? So Peter Obi can change even tomorrow. Peter Obi can change even this tomorrow. That is what some of us know that some of you do not know. This is some of the things we know that you don't know. It is just fact. 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 Joseph, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Well, listening to that time, one more time.
For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. That is not a man who can lead a nation. That is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
I want you all to understand that, according to Mandela, anybody who can change his principle based on who he is dealing with is not a man who can lead a nation. It's going to be a disaster. That is what you see today. That is why in autopilot we are different. That is why in autopilot we are excelling and Nigeria is feeling it. That is why in autopilot we are not stepping back an inch, because autopilot is the wish of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that God has made possible. I want you also to understand that some of the prophecies of a man called Pastor Ingila have actually, come to pass. But that is not why we are here today. We are not here for that today. I want you to understand that this man called Pastor Ingila gave a prophecy of what Biafra agitation is going to be this year. Listen to it again.
Every crossover. Sometimes it's difficult for the real prophets to prophesy. But albeit, I'm just going to drop a few prophecy for today, and then I'm going to throw more light as God lead me before the whole January is over. The agitation for Biafra will wax very strong, and it will go very, very strong. And we need to pray strongly, because it will take a dimension that is going to provoke the government of the day to begin to hunt the agitators.
Has that not happened? I am asking you, you watching me today, has that not happened after the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Has that not happened? It has provoked the government. They are haunting us. And I want you to understand that they are getting tired of haunting us. The new dimension. A prophet prophesied the new dimension in Biafra movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave the prophecy of new dimension. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave the prophecy of new dimension. Another prophet is confirming it. He went ahead to say the agitation will take a new dimension and the government is going to be provoked and they're going to kill us. They're going to kill us. We're going to kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
And then I'm going to throw my life as God lead me before the whole January is over.
This year,
the agitation for Biafra will wax very strong, and it will go very, very strong. And we need to pray strongly, because it will take a dimension that is going to provoke the government of the day to begin to hunt the agitators.
it doesn't stop us.
And the government of the day need to be very careful.
It will not stop us.
That they will not cause
We have not started.
an expensive massacre
They have done that. We have.
image.
They have done that already. They have done that. They can't do worse than what they have done already.
The agitation will go stronger, and it's going to influence a lot of chances.
Chances. Hold it there. It is going to influence a lot of chances. These chances is what Biafra will never, ever miss. We can never miss the chances that this particular new dimension is going to influence. So when we are talking, you listen to us. Biafra is here. It is going to influence a new dimension and possibility. So when we talk autopilot, you're listening to us because your freedom is here. I want us to go back again because this is not why we are here. We are going to continue from why we are here exactly after 1 hour into this program.
You must listen to that. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
I'm just going to drop a few prophecy for today, and then I'm going to throw more light as God lead me before the whole January is over. The agitation for Biafra will wax very strong, and it will go very, very strong. And we need to pray strongly because it will take a dimension that is going to provoke the government of the day to begin to hunt the agitators. And the government of the day need to be very careful so that they will not cause an expensive massacre that is going to dent the image of the day, of the government of the day. The agitation will be stronger and it's going to influence a lot of chances of the people from the eastern part of this country.
It is going to influence a lot of chances of the, you know, I want to take it together. I want to take it together. We have to take it together. That's why I want you to also do this.
No more killing of northerners, no more killing of police officers, no more filling of northerners and attacking their businesses. Let Igbo have their independent nation away from the rest of Nigeria. Nigeria on Biafra. We are the nation of northern women from all parts of the north central, northwest, and northeast. We are always at the end of any war.
All right. I believe that we are back now, and we are going to be good, and this is good to go. Okay? We are good to go, I believe.
Prophet every crossover. Sometimes it's difficult for the new prophet to prophesy. But albeit, I'm just going to drop a few prophecy for today, and then I'm going to throw more light as God lead me before the January is over. The action for Biafra will wax very strong, and it will go very, very strong. And we need to pray strongly, because it will take a dimension that to provoke of the day to begin to hunt the agitators, and the God of the day need to be very careful so that they will not cause an expensive massacre that is going to dent the image of the day, of the government of the day. The agitation will go stronger, and it's going to influence a lot of chances of the people from the eastern part of this country. So,
insurrection, killing, and act of terror. When our men were killed, the Biafran nation, no more killing of northern police officers, no more profiling of northerners and attacking their businesses. Let Igbo have their independent nation away from the rest of Nigeria. There on Biafra referendum in Abuja. We are the amalgamation of northern women from all parts of the north, northwest, and northeast. We as mothers, we are always at the receiving end of any war, insurrection, killing, and act of terror. When our men were killed, we were raped and our children rendered orphans. We have nowhere to run to. Nigeria history has shown that women carry the heavy body of war and act of insurrection and terrorism. We have gone through it from 1967 to 1971. Women, can we allow this to happen again? No! Our men died and left us with the children, no kata for out of nothing. Other men that survived simply move on, but we never move on. The aftermath of the war and the suffering left a lifetime scars in our hearts and on our body. We therefore anonymously call on the leader and father of the country and the leadership of the National Assembly, President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmad Lawal, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Hon Femi Gbajabiamila, to immediately call for a referendum in the country. Let people choose live in peace in Nigeria or leave. Any other.
That is exactly what we are doing. That is exactly why we are here this evening. And we're going to tell you many reasons why we are going to exit Nigeria very soon. Let us.
albeit, I'm just going to drop a few prophecy for today, and then I'm going to throw more light as God lead me before the whole January is over. The agitation for Biafra will wax very strong, and it will go very, very strong. And we need to pray strongly, because it will take a dimension that is going to provoke the government of the day to begin to hunt the agitators. And the government of the day need to be very careful so that they will not cause an expensive massacre that is going to dent the image of the day, of the government of the day. the agitation will go stronger, and it's going to influence a lot of chances of the people from the eastern part of this country. So nobody should look at the Biafra movement and look down on it at all. Like I keep shouting from the beginning, that dialogue is very important. There is no gun and weapon and force that can slow such ideology except maturity is applied for dialogue. The leader of the Biafra should be very careful. There are people around him that will become traitors. I see somebody receiving huge amount of money in order to end the life of this young man by poison. In this thing, saw it clearly. See somebody in the inner cycle. Because the movement will grow big, and the only way, can't talk more than this. See people walking and say, okay, if we can't trap this, let's remove the head. Like I said, it's a spirit that needs to be dialogued.
All right, you all have listened to that. We're going to refresh again, and then we continue. You have listened to the Northern Umada, the Hausa Umada, the Northern Umada, the entire Northern Umada. They are out because water. We have not even started. Make una wait. You people should wait. The time when deliberation will take full force, the world will know that we are ready to sacrifice anything for our freedom. Now, the reason why we are going to leave Nigeria either breaking away next year or either by referendum after we have successfully stopped election in our land, I want you to understand what I'm about to show you now is very, very important. Very, very important. We want the world to know that what you see that played in Afghanistan is happening right in Nigeria, and we are not going to risk it. So I want all of you to listen to what I'm about to do. Very important. Look at this. Terrorists creating parallel government in Kaduna. El-Rufai tells Buhari. I hope all of you understand and you know when this particular news came. It is not that they are creating. They have already created a parallel government. As I'm talking to you now, in fact, it is even worse that, you know, it is worse than what happened in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, the Taliban was, they were not like, they of course they had some kind of parallel government, but not really a parallel government like you have in Kaduna today. Now, I want you to understand that they are shielding this particular impunity, Islamic State. They are shielding it. Now, El-Rufai have written to the presidency, telling the presidency that terrorists have created their own government in Kaduna. Not only in Kaduna, they have created their government in the entire 12 northern states. I am telling you now, they have created the entire northern state. So why they write like this? To know the reactions of Nigerians. They want to know how Nigerians reacted to the news that terrorists have created the parallel government. Now let us even go to, let us go. I'll take some news report, so that you hear how they, report it. Terrorists creating parallel government in Kaduna. Here we go. I want all of you to listen to this. Let us go there.
For the work done through fostering collaboration. He has launched the National Crisis Management Doctrine aimed at bridging the gap created by the extensive deployment of security services through fostering collaboration. Have infiltrated and dominated communities and assure them that the movement in 20. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has ruled out force in the rescue of the remaining 31 victims of the Abuja container train abduction. Since it's not an option, a few workers on 28th of armed men had been knocked to Abuja and container have been fired, killing 8 people in 2020.
Did you hear that? The president has ruled out the military force, using military force to rescue the kidnapped victim from the terrorist. The president said, no, don't use force on them. Did you hear that? Why Soludo claims that there are invading camps of kidnappers in the southeast, and the camp they are invading are not kidnapping camp. Most of the camp are ESN camps. They are not kidnappers. And we told you people that if Soludo claims that the people that are going to kill in the forest, who has made our farm to be secure and safe, who has made it possible for women to go to farm because of their presence in the forest. Soludo, because of the agreement between him and Fulani, he said he is going after the people in the forest. Soludo went there and started attacking Eastern Security Network. If they are actually kidnappers, will you go and attack them? The answer is no. Because you are going to be trying to save the life of the kidnapping victims. And it is only about Biafra. Soludo and all of them, they only came to fight Biafra. I want you to listen to it yourself. Listen.
And behind the scenes, that we will ensure each person currently restricted is safely returned home to their villages.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has ruled out the use of military force in the rescue of the remaining 31 victims of the Abuja container train abduction, saying this is not an option.
Did you hear that? While America came all the way from America to Nigeria's soil to rescue a kidnapped American from the hand of Boko Haram, which is even more deadly, if we can say that. America, all the way from America, they came to Nigeria's soil and they conducted operation successfully. They rescued an American victim that was kidnapped by Boko Haram. And because of the Nigerian government are sponsoring this thing that is going on, we have been telling you people, and the president said military force is not an option. Well, military force is an option in the southeast. Military force is an option against Eastern Security Network that are doing a job because they refuse to provide security for our own people. And we did it. I want you to understand the reason we are leaving Nigeria next year. At least some of the reason.
You will recall that on the 28th of March, armed men had blown up a train traveling between Abuja and Kaduna and have been fired, killing 8 people, wounding 26, and taking an unspecified number of passengers hostage. Dozens of hostages had already been freed following negotiations, with 31 remaining in captivity. Meeting with representatives of victims of the Kaduna train abduction, President Buhari assured them that the federal government was doing everything within its powers to ensure their safe return. Still in security, Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has told President Muhammadu Buhari that terrorists have infiltrated and dominated communities and created a parallel government in the state. In memo to the President, El-Rufai said terrorists now exercise control of social and economic activities. And
are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? Terrorists have taken over Kaduna. They have set up parallel government. They have, so what I say, I should refresh it. Of the system. So I think sometimes we have this challenge, but we have to manage it the way it is today. So I want you to understand that El-Rufai officially have notified the presidency that terrorists have taken over Kaduna, and that the terrorists are now having their own government, having their own, just exactly even worse and more frightening than what they did in Afghanistan. I am telling you the fact. It is more, coded, mechanized conquest or conquering of Nigeria, well structured way that already the terrorists are operating within a government. They already have a government within a government, and they couldn't do anything. No, the president is not going to order military to go after the people that are already forming their own government in other government. And this is not only now. I am telling you today, it is not only in Kaduna. It is not only in Kaduna. It is not only in Kaduna. In the president's own village, in the president of Nigeria's own village, in his own village, this is what the terrorists have done in Katsina State. Katsina bandit arrest thief, hand him over to security personnel. Do you know what this means? This means that the Islamic State is already in charge of Katsina State. This particular so-called bandits are the same terrorists that have attacked the presidency and have threatened to kidnap the presidency. And now, what they did now is that they are indirectly informing Nigerians and the world that they are now in charge of Nigeria. Gradually, a terrorist will arrest a thief. They are now the law enforcement agency in the north. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand that if we do not break away next year, the same thing will come to Biafra land? I am telling you the fact. The same thing will come to Biafra land. You know some of the community in Biafra land have tried it. We have given everybody. This is the reason why we give mandate. No community or province in Biafra land must go into any agreement with the Allah over security. We are equal to the task. If your community is under attack, tell us. I will be there. If your community is under attack by Fulani, let us know. Let us know. It's our duty to provide your security because Biafra is here. It's our duty. It is the primary duty of the indigenous people of Biafra to provide your security. So if you are under threat by Fulani, your community, your prophets, let us know. And we are going to be there for your community and for your prophets. Look at it. And nobody is going to talk. Katsina State, where the president comes from, bandit are now arresting people. They are now the law enforcement agents. And they will now hand over the thief. You know, that is not thief now. If you, do you want to read the news of the thief? Do you want to know what the person is stealing? It is a camouflage. They want to know how you are going to react. They want to know how serious and how idiotic you people are. They want to know how stupid, whether the juju is still working on you people. So they are giving you this news to know how. Of course, I know as usual, it is only the Biafra people that will analyze it at the end of the day, just like I'm doing it now. They said Katsina State, in Katsina, the bandit arrest thief, hand him over to the security personnel. So security personnel is now working in hand with the bandit. And you know the name, bandit, what bandit means. Bandit is another criminal. But I want to tell you, they are no longer bandit. They have done their job and they are now indirectly working under Islamic State. I am telling you the fact. And when you see Peter Obi now, ask Peter Obi, oh, the Katsina State, the bandit is now arresting Nigerians. Because the person they arrest is going to be a Nigerian. So bandit is not arresting Nigerian. Hand the Nigerian over to the Nigerian authority, and the Nigerian authority will tell the bandit, good job, well done. Thank you for arresting this thief. You can now go with your gun and chain bullet. And the bandit will go and look for another thief to arrest. And he will arrest the thief, and they will come to Nigeria police and then say, Nigeria police, we have arrested another thief, we'll come and take him. Come and take him. And tomorrow they will tell you they are collaborating with the security agents to restore peace. Hey, Aromelo. Is the Obi followers watching this? Of course, they are not real. They believe people. The only people following Obi are the Benin people and few disgruntled people from Yoruba land. Those influential in Yoruba land, not our main Yoruba nation people. These are the people supporting Obi. Any Biafran that is supporting Obi today is a miscreant. Be you who, whether you are a professor, you are a miscreant. It is only a miscreant that will listen to what we are doing and listen to what is going on in Nigeria and you are following Obi. How will Obi stop Katsina bandit from arresting thief? Jesus Christ. Obi cannot even go to Katsina to campaign in the first place. Let us read to see this powerful thief. I want you to read with me the powerful thief that the bandit have arrested. It must be a very important thief. They say bandit in Katsina State have arrested a scavenger. Scavenger. This thief is a scavenger found with stolen item in a village. The middle-aged man specialized in pulling out metal rod and removing iron bars from deserted buildings. So the important thief that the bandits have arrested, handed over to the Nigerian police peacefully, is a thief who goes to village, to uncompleted building, to steal rod metals, removing the rod bars from deserted building. Ask yourself, why is the building deserted? Why is this building now? Why is the building where this man is staying deserted? They say the deserted buildings. You understand what it means? They have changed demography. In the president's own village, when you hear deserted, it means people ran away from that building. It means that people ran for their dear life. It means that the bandits and terrorists have taken over that village. So the village is completely under control of the terrorists. They have killed people in the village and they have fled away to IDP camp. So what they are doing is protecting their property. They are no Islamic State, which you in the South you don't know, which all these idiots shouting of you on social media don't know, which all these stupid comedians on social media don't know about. Are you aware that the deserted building in Katsina State, the bandits are now arresting thieves that goes to those deserted buildings to steal iron rods and metals? You're not aware now. What do you know about Nigeria? You come to South, you think Nigeria is only Yoruba land and Igbo land. This report continued. The bandit narrated how they caught the suspect to the police. Bandit and police were there. Bandit was discussing and telling police how we arrested this thief. Bandit is telling Nigeria police in northern Nigeria, this is a thief. They are now narrating how they arrested this thief. Bandit say, we caught the suspect. Why? On patrol. Bandit is patrolling in the northern Nigeria. Are you aware of that? You don't know. Are you aware that bandit is patrolling? They have cars, they patrol in their bicycle, in their motorbike, and you are in your southern Nigeria shouting one Nigeria. I'll be moon next year. Hey, come and have election now. You think we are joking? You think we are joking? Come and do election in Biafra land. Let us see how that will. Let us see the magic you are going to do. I the moon now. We will open a movie. I can open a movie very soon. And let me tell you, you see, what Joseph Carlo is there, is gallivanting and then is going to do this and do that. Are you aware that terrorists are patrolling in the northern Nigeria and they have become security agents? They are arresting criminals, thieves. You know, after this exposition now, because you know that after this exposition this night, mark my word, they are going to change it. The thing you'll be hearing now is vigilante, joint civilian task force. That's what we'll be hearing. They will change their name from bandits to vigilante because you are not there. You are not in the north. You are not in the north. But they have been busted this one time. Nigeria is already handing over your government to terrorists like just in Afghanistan. And we say, do you know that the government is working closely with the Islamic State? You don't know. You don't know.
Fellow Nigerian, in search of excellence for Africa, my mission remains to create awareness, advance practical solutions, and transform mindsets via case studies. Together, let's midwife deliverance for our race, country, and continent. Please share this video. I am Dr. Israel Noyam Davidson. Thank you. In 2001, US-led forces overthrew a Taliban-led Afghan government following the 9/11 attacks led by the Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. For the next 20 years, the US and allies enforced democratic ideals, built up Afghan security forces, and provided operational air cover. The Taliban continued to attack. Now, eventually, under President Trump, the US promised to pull out if Taliban agreed to stop attacks and hosting terrorist groups. Today, the Taliban militants have declared Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and overrun most of the country at lightning speed with little or no resistance from the 300,000 US trained and heavily equipped Afghan forces. US general could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There will be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation, some suggest, currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern, based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The South and Middle Belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorism list. Nigeria is number 3. Second.
Now, did you hear that? Did you hear that? We have not finished reading that story. So we are going to read the story of how bandits arrested thief. And they went to Nigeria police, narrating to Nigeria police how they arrested the thief. And Nigeria police is looking at the bandit with gun. I want you to understand that Islamic State is already in full force in the northern Nigeria. That is the reason I am here this evening, to tell you that the northern Nigeria, with the help of Nigeria government, have declared Islamic State, and they are already having their own security Islamic State in the name of bandit, guiding the north, collaborating with the Nigerian Army and police. And that is the reason why we cannot allow any election in Biafra land. Next year, be ready. Be ready. Buy food now. If you are in abroad, buy food and to people. The food that will last them for 1 month. Food, because believe me, buy food, give to your people to keep. Buy salt, buy beans, buy rice, buy garri that will last them for from 1 month to 2 months. Impossible. Because Biafra land will be hot. We can't continue. Believe me. And let me tell you that we are ready to sacrifice anything for Biafra to come. Some of you that are saying, oh, you are sitting at home. You don't know what we are preventing. You don't know what the Biafra agitators are preventing. You don't know what, you don't know the way we are saving your life. You are not aware. You don't know. Now, let us go. You see, they say the bandit narrate how they caught the suspect while on a patrol of the area on their motorbike, on a motorcycle. They were patrolling, and Nigeria police is supporting them. In a video obtained by PRN Nigeria, they paraded the scavenger and his loot packed inside a car before a community leader. Bandit showing the thing that the thief stole to the community leader. The group, armed with different firearms. The bandit and terrorists, they armed with different firearms. For that, lecture the thief about the dangers of stealing. I am telling you, it is stage managed. After they arrested the thief, hand the thief over to the authority. They now lecture the thief. They lecture the thief about danger of stealing. And this is bandit. I do not know what you do. Do you know the definition of bandit? Okay? Bandit is now lecturing the thief the danger of stealing. You know, stealing is petty business. The thief is supposed to go into kidnapping, and you know, maybe that is not a danger. They carry different weapons and firearms, telling the thief the danger in stealing. Upside down. Country upside down. So I want you to save this exposition today, because we are going to visit and revisit this exposition in 2023. Before 2023, those of you that are putting our expositions in Achieve, that are putting record called and give it that. Save this particular exposition today because we are going to need it. Okay, video, we are going to need it. But I'm telling you today, this is one of the reasons we can't allow Nigeria to conduct election again in Biafra. And we can't continue like this. So we have to take the bull by its horn. Now, they continue. Don't you know that it is an offense to steal? The bandit is now telling the thief. Don't you know that it is an offense to steal? Bandit is telling the thief that it is an offense to steal. You are lucky. We are handing you over to the authority. In the presence of police and authority, the bandits, which are the terrorists, Islamic State, are telling a thief that he is lucky that they are handing him over to the authority. They should have cut off his hand, cut off his leg, cut off his head, and allow him to go and leave. Okay? They continue. We could have executed you. I said it. We could have executed you for engaging in criminal activity. They added. Bandit is telling the thief that they should have executed him for engaging in criminal activity. I am telling you that the Islamic State is already enforced. They have already recruited their army. The Boko Haram in the north are all army of the Islamic State. You people don't believe me. You do not believe. You don't. Are you not seeing the meaning of what I'm reading? And some people are somewhere shouting to Obi. You want to have an election in Biafra land. I am sorry for using this word, but I have to use it because I am very angry. Come, let us see you. Come and they have election. You know, we talk about campaign. I'm not going to make any comment, but let us see you campaign again in Biafra land. Come. I want you to ask Peter Obi and his followers, the fake followers from Benin, all the fake followers, because all the people following him are from Benin and fake people from Yoruba land. All the fake followers of Peter Obi, they are trying to thwart and distract Biafra from coming. That's all. I told you people that before November, Peter Obi will back down. You people did not believe me. I told you before November, Peter Obi will back down. All of you will know he's a scam. British hired him to come and put distraction on Biafra. Atu. Do you know what is Atu? Atu ana the stick, chewing stick, or what is it called? Atu instead of that man to destroy Biafra. Go and mark it. Peter Obi will back down. I told you people even before the news of there is crisis in Labour Party and they're about to kick him out. The crisis in Labour Party is deepening. You don't know, because the people in Labour Party have come to find out that Peter Obi is a scam. Peter Obi is not contesting election. He is only there to distract Biafra. Nothing else. And he has failed. So ask them, how will he fix the Nigeria where northern Nigeria is not? I'm not talking about Sharia law. I am not talking about Sharia law. Please do not misunderstand me. When I say Islam, I'm not talking about Sharia. I'm talking about Islamic State. I'm talking about the real Islamization of Nigeria. They are already there. And I am reading a news from the Nigerian president hometown that terrorists have taken over and they are now arresting thieves. And they are already executing people because they told the guy, we could have executed you, but you are lucky that we are handing you over to the authority. Nigeria authority. Listen, the terrorists handed over the accused to community leader and they urged him to ensure he is punished. Terrorists handed over thief to community leader, the authority, and make sure that he is punished. Terrorists, they are living in peace with the community now. You get the point? Are you getting the point? Terrorist is now living in peace with communities in the northern Nigeria. You know that, you know the video. How many of you watched the video we posted last time where they were chopping somebody's throat? You saw that it was in a community in Abuja, very close to Abuja. They cut somebody's head. And you saw that there were people pushing barrel and water, just by the other roadside to show you people are living in the community. They already embraced the Islamic State. And they know all these things. They pretend that the election is going to take place next year, preparing to invade the eastern region. We are going to, they are collecting it water. Hey, they are collecting it. I am telling you the fact. They will not tell you people this. They are collecting it water. And any Biafran that is in the southeast or in south, and then you go and put yourself to come and attack Biafra people, you are going to die like chicken. I am telling you, water. They will not, because if they tell you what is going on, you will never step out. You will pull your uniform and run away. They will never tell you how the land of Biafra is dealing with them. Water. You know when they come, you don't know when they go. That is that's what we are doing. You will know when they come. You will not know where they go. Benin people are complaining that we are betraying our brother. Is it their problem? When did Benin people begin to love Igbo? You see, they think they have brain. They think that they are smart. They think that they're wise. They think that they're wise. That they follow Peter Obi. Obi, they are making video. I saw one of them crying. Oh, my followers. My followers are going. I saw one of the Benin people, one of the Benin comedian. All those people shouting Peter Obi. He's crying. He said, "Oh, I don't know what is happening to my page again. I don't know what is going on again. My page, leave me alone. You people should leave me alone. It is my page. I built this page. I can do whatever I want. Leave me alone. Stop reporting my page. I don't know what I have done to you people." The guy was crying. I was watching and I was laughing. I said, you have not even started crying. Because all of you that are supporting Peter Obi, I get GP no do what you know. All your pages, I can do what you know for. You want to come and be supporting Peter Obi as if you love Peter Obi. They are crying. They say, "Oh, Igbo people are the one that are betraying Peter Obi." Yes, so we are betraying him. But he betrayed us first. He betrayed us first. We are very proud to betray Peter Obi. It is you do me, I do you. Not a bad thing. We are going to be very proud to betray. This 2023, I got no Peter Obi. I got my Peter Obi in Shinafo. It is you do me, I do you. Peter Obi shouldn't have come out. When he see that the Biafra agitation is now, gaining momentum, you come out to go and you must contest election. Actually, you ran to APGA. They didn't want you in APGA, you run to APC. They didn't want you to APC, you run to Labour Party. Must contest. He's a betrayer. Peter Obi is a betrayer. And we, the Biafra people, we are going to show him what betrayal is all about. He will never have any campaign in Biafra land. Biafra people will wage war against Peter Obi. And not only him, Nobody will conduct anything in Biafra. That is where our position today. He betrayed us. Now that I am telling you now what is happening in the northern Nigeria, and somebody will not even think about it. You say, oh, it is in the north, but they are already there, kidnapping our people. Did you not see that they are shooting gun with the Fulanis? Vigilantes are shooting gun with the Fulanis, struggling who will take the people to the forest. Are you not hearing it? How is your B going to solve it? We cannot fall for this charade. This is, it is not like before. This particular time around, that Mazen Namdekano is not here. I get you go. I get you go poto and water. We are going to tell you people that we are heartless, very, very heartless. When it comes to getting our freedom, we will fight. It takes a big heart to fight. It is happening in Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine, they are doing it. It is happening in different parts of the world. People are fighting for survival. We are fighting for survival. The fight for survival is not a fight that you go with sugar. So anybody telling you, Peter Obi, that Ndi Igbo is betraying, tell the person that it was Peter Obi that betrayed us in the first place. He betrayed first. And we are going to show him what is betrayal. We are going to show him that when we learn to betray, we betray very well. So tell Peter Obi, for him to come out in the first place, in this middle of Biafra, where Biafra have gained a lot of attention, we are going to betray him water. Now, let us read this. Are you hearing me? They say terrorists also reportedly followed the thief and witnessed the transfer of the suspect to security personnel. Are you hearing? The terrorists followed the villagers. They walked to police, Nigeria police. Nigeria police was looking at them with all manner of weapons they carried. Nigeria police asked them, terrorists and bandits, how are you people doing? They say, fine. Nigeria police asked them, terrorists and bandits, did you people arrest this thief? They say, fine. And they watched and supervised that they handed over the thief to Nigeria police. Nigeria police see a bigger thief. Nigeria police see more important thief with guns, bullets, and everything. They get cold. But in the eastern region of Nigeria, Ojos Okalo is threatening to comb our forest, where our Eastern Security Network are trying to stop the same bandit that is now arresting criminals from coming to our land, where they are trying to stop them from making any building in Biafra land to be a deserted building. In the north, they're arresting thieves, stealing from a deserted building. And our Eastern Security Network is trying so that you are not going to have a deserted building in Biafra land. Ojos Okalo is that. We are going to capture Ojos Okalo. Any day anybody is killed, and we hear that it is as the order of Ojos Okalo, we are going to capture him. I am telling you the fact. When Biafra liberation will be on top gear, you people are going to see what we're going to do. Liberation is a movement of brave people that fight and do everything to liberate their nation. That is what we are going to do. Mandela did it. Mandela did it. And today, we look up to Mandela legacy. We look up to Mandela legacy. And we want to liberate Biafra and make Biafra to be an independent state.
For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Dream of being a Biafran nation. No more killing of northerners, no more killing of police officers, no more feeling of northerners and attacking their businesses. Let Igbo have their independent nation away from the rest of Nigeria. Nigeria on Biafra referendum in Abuja. We are the amalgamation of northern women from all parts of the north, north central, northwest, and northeast. We as mothers, we are always at the receiving end of any war, insurrection, killing, and act of terror. When our men were killed, we were raped and our children rendered orphans. We have nowhere to run to. Nigeria history has shown that women carry the heavy body of war and act of insurrection and terrorism. We have gone through it from 1967 to 1971. Women, can we allow this to happen again? No! No! Our men died and left us with the children, no kata for out of nothing. Other men that survived simply move on, but we never move on. The aftermath of the war and the suffering left a lifetime scars in our hearts and on our body. We therefore anonymously call on the leader and father of the country and the leadership of the National Assembly, President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmad Lawal, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Hon Femi Gbajabiamila, to immediately call for a referendum in the country. Let people choose to live in peace in Nigeria or leave. Any other group or nationality that wants to sit or exercise their right for self-determination, like the Southeast has been agitated for the seat to be allowed to live Nigeria peacefully without resorting a second civil war. Wow. Today, the Igbo nation has turned the entire Southeast to almost a war zone. Northerners, irrespective of their tribes, are no longer safe. Infrastructure are no longer.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it, farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There is going to be emergency fundraising for ESN on the 17th of this month. Emergency fundraising on the 17th of this month. There's going to be emergency fundraising. Very, very important. Write this down. 17th emergency fundraising for Eastern Security Network. Thank you very much. From here, we are going to stop here and we continue tomorrow. I want all of you to understand that the time has come. And those of you that your number has not been announced, your WhatsApp number in different countries where you have not been announced, we are going to announce most of them by tomorrow. I think today we have Italy. I think the Italy number has been announced before. IPOB autopilot in Italy has been announced previously. I don't know whether their number have changed. As the number of Italy changed, the number of Italy have not changed. So I think it is the same number. Let us go there. We're going to bring the numbers to the screen. If you are in India, the autopilot in India is this number. You go and make sure you contact the number if you are in India to be part of the autopilot in India. The autopilot in South Africa. The autopilot in South Africa. If you are in South Africa, you can get in touch with this number and you are going to be autopilot in South Africa, and you can join them in the WhatsApp group. The autopilot in Gabon, you can join them in Gabon. If you are in Gabon and you are autopilot, you can reach this number in Gabon. The autopilot in Paris, if you are in Paris or in France, you can get to this number if you are in France and you are autopilot. This is the autopilot France. The autopilot in South Korea, those of you autopilot in South Korea, if you are in South Korea and you want to be part of autopilot, the number is here on the screen. The autopilot Netherlands, if you are a autopilot and you are in Netherlands, you can touch this number and you're going to be part of the autopilot in Netherlands. The autopilot in Germany, if you're autopilot in Germany, you can get in touch to this number and you will be part of the autopilot in Germany. The autopilot Indonesia. The autopilot Indonesia. If you are in Indonesia, you can get in touch with this number and you are going to be part of autopilot in Indonesia. The autopilot in Ghana. The autopilot in Ghana. If you are in Ghana and you're autopilot, can get in touch with this number and you are going to be part of the autopilot in Ghana. The autopilot in Mauritania. Autopilot in Mauritania. If you are in Mauritania, here is the number of the autopilot, the WhatsApp number of autopilot in Mauritania. Autopilot Ivory Coast. The autopilot Ivory Coast. If you are in Ivory Coast, here is the autopilot number for people in Ivory Coast. The autopilot number in Ireland. If you are in Ireland, here is the autopilot WhatsApp and contact for people in Ireland. You can get in touch with them and you are going to be part of the autopilot team in Ireland. The autopilot team in Indonesia. If you are in Indonesia, you can contact the number on the screen and you will be added to the autopilot Indonesia WhatsApp group. Autopilot in Israel. You are in Israel. Here is the autopilot number in Israel. This number in Israel may be changed because I don't know. I think they have some issue with the number. So the number in Israel, at least with this number, you can still reach the Israel and they're going to tell you which number. The person who is going to respond to you will tell you which is the appropriate number. The autopilot in Italy. Padova. Autopilot in Padova. Autopilot in Padova. The autopilot in Italy, Padova, is what you are looking at now. And I think that is another number for Italy, which will be updated. One moment. Let me put the Israel and then update the Italy autopilot. One moment. Here we go. All right. I don't know, is this number now the only number or the two? That issue will be sorted out by the people in Italy. All right, and here we go. So I think the autopilot in Italy, is on the screen, and you are going to be directed to the appropriate quarters. The autopilot in Australia. Autopilot in Australia is on the screen, and you can check and contact if you are in Australia. There are a lot of countries that are not yet updated here. Please, if your country is not here, please reach to the media team. I want only the countries that are not here at this point. The US, one moment. Autopilot USA. Where is the autopilot USA? Autopilot USA. Madam Azuka, I don't think, how come this, how come the USA is not here? I think we have announced the autopilot USA, right? Some time ago. I don't know, Madam Azuka, if you are watching. Okay, sorry. Here we are. Autopilot USA is here. Get in touch with the number you see here if you are in the US, and the autopilot US is here. And then also we have the new email for the application to be part of the department application and the CV of Biafra government department. All right, for those of you who the updated email for the application and CV for Biafra government department is info@ipobinusa.org, and that is the updated email now instead of the Gmail we gave you last time. This is updated email, so I want this email to go viral, info@ipobinusa.org. And then if this email changes as time goes on, you are also going to be notified about that. All right, I think those who did not hear their country WhatsApp number, please contact the media team and let them send to me so we can update them here. I know that there are a lot of you that have sent numbers and WhatsApp, but because I didn't have the time to update them, at this point. So if you did not hear your country and you have submitted your number, please let the media team contact me tomorrow so we can sort that out. And then those who want to reach me, also the email to reach me is here, info@ekpa.fi, info@ekpa.fi. And of course, it is the number to reach me and the email to reach me. Do not call this number. This is the WhatsApp. This is our WhatsApp number that we used to call. So just send me email or WhatsApp. WhatsApp, it will take me time for me to read. So the easiest way to reach me is through the media team, and you are going to reach me. Right. And so we are going to stop here. Thank you very much for being part of this program. But thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless the Middle Belt. May God bless Amazonia. May God bless Mazinam Bikano. May God bless Sunday Igboho. And I want to use this opportunity to advise again, for the very last time, the wife of our leader. Those of you who are watching this program, who are privileged to be here, I want you to cut this particular video as an advice to our leader. The second advice I am giving to her in 1 week. We have had Kepu that the criminals that we have expelled who are trying to destroy her image are trying and planning to invite her again. We do not know when this invitation is going to come, but we know that they are planning to invite her. So the advice I'm going to give her this evening is that she should forget anything about coming to Radio Biafra for now. For now, she should forget it and just focus on prayer and remain silent the way she has been, because that silent is golden. And like the way I advise that if she do not take care and careful, that this particular interview, she appeared on Radio Biafra, that they use her, they want to rubbish her, that it will not end well. And that's exactly what is happening now, that it didn't end well. And Biafra people have been raging, and I have been begging people not to come to attack the wife of our leader. I have been begging people and begging, and a lot of people are listening as I beg them. So I thank you for listening to me, but I may not be able to beg anybody again for the second time. So my advice to our leader wife is to stay clear and stay away from this propaganda and from these criminals that are drowning and they want to drag her and drag her leg out. It is going to be not a good thing if she allow herself to be dragged, with the people that are struggling and the water is drowning them. So the love I want to show you this evening is to advise you, give you this advice. You can listen to me and stay away from this propaganda and these blackmailers. Otherwise, they are going to draw your leg up. They are going to draw your leg out, and they will be the one to blackmail you, and Biafra people are not happy. So I will not be holding anybody the second time. But this particular first one, that these people have asked you irrelevant and questions that have teared some people's heart apart, I am trying my best. I'm not going to stop everybody, but I'm trying my best that all the people that are close, very, very close to me and to autopilot will not attack and address you. But those that I don't have control over, I cannot control what they say in the public. So, but in the second time that they invite you to bring your leg, I want you to understand that it is not, they are trying to destroy you. They are trying to destroy you. They have tried to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your husband, our leader, and now it is about you. Everything they do, you may think it is about for good. It is not for good. They want to tear your family apart. They want to tear you apart. They want to tear everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu apart. So do not fall a victim. Do not fall a victim. If they invite you again, do not come. Do not come. Biafra, understand. Don't come, because I will not hold anybody back. And it is going to be a disaster on social media. If anything happened that they bring your leg out and they begin to insult you, I will not like that, but I will not have control over anybody. This particular first time where we have been called parasite, where you address Biafra as parasite, some people don't like it. Some people don't like that you called Biafra parasite. It is very, very bad. So a lot of people are not happy with the way you address them. So for that reason, I will suggest that you stay away and let us continue to battle this thing in the one front until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. And he is going to be the one to solve this thing and solve whoever that is right and whoever that's wrong. My loyalty is completely to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as soon as he comes out. But for now, on the issue of Biafra, because he don't have power over himself and because he's been incarcerated, we are going to fight for him. And that's what I'm doing. I will fight for him, make sure I do everything with other people and with other Biafrans to bring him out, because we set him on the stage on that errand and he's kidnapped, and because of us, he's there. So we are going to fight and make sure that we release him in due time. At the same time, Biafra will come. Listen to my advice and it shall be well with you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good night.